Hello and welcome to Canadian Humour, where of course Canada is like no otter. Today, taking a look at two different programs that I have definitely enjoyed over the years. They were amazing. Unlike some of the comedy today, there's no profanity or any of that kind of stuff. It's just good giggles, a nice break from some of the cray-cray, certainly in the world now in 2025. The first program, The Red Green Show, and you may definitely remember the Possum Lodge set, of course, where the show began. And we would have Red Green come in talking about something going on in the area. And of course, his nephew Harold Green, played by Patrick McKenna. These two individuals were joined by a host of other amazing characters who every week made us laugh and giggle and just have a good time and a break for a little bit. And now more than ever, it's a break we could certainly all use. And thankfully, you can find episodes of The Red Green Show on YouTube. There's a link down below. Of course, at Possum Lake, and it would always crack me up, the different segments. It wouldn't have been a Red Green Show without at least a roll or more of duct tape by 3M. And there was always something going on and various inventions and things that he would make. And the last line of it was, of course, always hilarious, which was, if women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Not sure about some of the things he put together, but it was always good for a chuckle. Of course, there was Harold and tons of fan mail, which I'm sure surprised some of the individuals on the show, but Harold was definitely a big hit with a huge fan base. He was the lovable, goofy sidekick, always doing silly things, basically tripping over his own feet, but it just worked. Now, as far as the show itself, the Red Green Show ran for 15 seasons, something definitely unheard of in this new age of streaming, and you're lucky to get 16 episodes. The Red Green Show ran from 1991 to 2006, and they had made 300 episodes. I also recently learned there is a movie, Duct Tape Forever, so I will most definitely be searching for that because it's bound to be as hilarious and fun as the show. Some of the funny characters, of course, that joined Red Green and Harold were Dalton, Winston Rothschild III, Mike Hammer, and of course, Ranger Gord. Place that you can learn about the different characters that were on the Red Green Show, all the amazing people who portrayed them, is in the presentation of the Canadian Comedy Hall of Fame Awards ceremony for Steve Smith. He was awarded that honor on February the 24th, 2023. I'll share a link to that video down below. It is important to note that Steve Smith is the only inductee who was given that award as both creator and performer. Quite an honor and a very talented individual. Also of note, Patrick McKenna received 2 Gemini Awards in October 1998. He is the only Canadian actor to have received an award for his work in comedy and drama in the same year. So both two very talented and gifted individuals. I'm sure people also remember the beginning of the lodge meetings and the saying, I'm a man, but I can change if I have to, I guess. Like I say, it was just good, clean, silly, fun humor that is so important. And many thanks to Steve Smith, Patrick McKenna, and all the amazing characters over the years from the Red Green Show for bringing us so many laughs and a good time when we needed it. Another individual that I want to mention this week is Stuart McLean. Sadly, Stuart passed away in 2017. He was only 68 years old. But for many years, he brought us the Vinyl Cafe. Stuart began his career as a radio broadcaster. He was also a humorist and an author, and indeed a storyteller. The Vinyl Cafe began on CBC Radio Canada in 1994 as a season filler. By 1997, it had become a permanent part of the programming. And in 1998, Stuart McLean took his show on the road across Canada and the United States. My husband and I began listening to the Vinyl Cafe, of course, on the radio. A few years ago, we picked up 2 of the CD packets, 25 Years, Volume 1 and Volume 2. And of course, it's always a treat listening to the master himself tell the stories of Dave, Morley, their kids, Stephanie and Sam, and of course, their neighbors, the Turlingtons, and others. Also, during some of my recent shops at my Goodwill thrift store bookstore, I came across Vinyl Cafe Unplugged, which I just finished reading. I also have the Vinyl Cafe notebooks. Stuart McLean, Welcome Home, Travels in Small Town Canada. This is more a collection of his discoveries as he traveled across the country, the people he met, and the conversations that he had. And of course, Christmas at the Vinyl Cafe. So many wonderful stories, wonderful laughs, heartwarming stories, a nice variety. You can continue to enjoy Stuart McLean by either going to the YouTube channel that features him, there's a link down below, on CD and listening to him tell his stories, or reading the stories yourself. That is just a small snippet of the amazing Canadians that we have, the wonderful humor that they've shared, and I'm so grateful to have been able to come across their programs, books, CDs, and now YouTube channels so that I can continue to enjoy them and just have a good laugh when we need one. Let me know in the comments down below if you've ever watched the Red Green Show. Have you ever listened to Stuart McLean and his stories? And until next time, remember, be safe, be well, and big hugs.